Beaver condos? Yeah, kind of. Oh, let's see what happens over here. Oh, this is done. Okay, so bad tide ended. This slams shut immediately. What all happens? So the bad tide water is still emptying out over this way. Right now it's all having to go that way. Lindsayus, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you. Welcome. Oh, look, our reserve just ran out. Hello. So, contamination's dropping. Beaver injured 4. So, yeah, injured beavers went from 22 down to 4 when I changed this. So this was injuring a lot of them. So, note for future playthroughs, have bots run the mines. Or the children, of course. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the sensors... Ooh, that's not great. So again, I could have done this better manually, but I wanted to see what would happen with my sensor setup. So the end result is some bad tide water overflowed over here. Okay, so we're going to have to change how this is. So something like contamination sensor here, and then that sensor will control that gate. It'll get drained out, but there's a chance... Oh, there it is. Beaver's unwell. One of them touched bad water. Will get sick in a few days. Oh, okay. I need a reminder of how to fix that. Herbalist makes antidotes for sick beavers. Okay, so contamination sensor, number 5. So let's say set this to contamination 5, and when it sees contamination here, it opens this gate and lets it out. If it doesn't see contamination, it closes it. It's hitting the crops too. It is draining out, but... Good afternoon. Hey, Arcadian. What's up? Okay. Herbalist. Ooh, dandelions. I don't have dandelions. We gotta make a dandelion farm. Now, is dandelion gathered by a gatherer or a lumber? I would assume gatherer. Yes. Okay. You know, I'm doing all these automated sensors and stuff. There is another way to handle this. I could just make it to where, like, I think there was an automation thing that's just literally a lever, a manual signal. I could just make a lever and be like the bad tide lever, and then set everything up to respond, you know, when I hit that, and then make another one for like the drought lever, you know, something like that. Oh God, look at this. Oh, that is so awful. The like the little aqueduct underground here overflowed with bad tide. Yuck. Muk, did you hear? What's up? Chuck Norris, I'm guessing? Yes. Okay, we've got our dandelion farm. They only take 3 days to grow, pretty quick, so that shouldn't take too long. And we're only using them for one single task, so I don't think we're going to use them very quickly. But we could make a stockpile for it, just so we never have to think about it again. Let's see, termite. How did Crimson Desert go? Overall, I think I'm done with it. Beautiful game, gorgeous graphics, very poor storytelling, and the gameplay was very not fun. If you want like a full 10-minute breakdown of it, check like the last few minutes of last night's VOD. Okay, I think all the bad tide water that got into bad places has run out. That's good. Do the dynamite charges cost resources? Yeah, but it's really simple ones. There's a explosives factory here, and look, it uses 5 bad water to make a dynamite. And we have thousands of bad water. So, just time, really. It's just time. There's also more expensive dynamite that instead of destroying a single tile, will destroy like 2 or 3 tiles. But it also uses extract, which makes it more costly. Yeah, this irrigation system does have some drawbacks, because if you ever have any problems, it floods all your buildings. Wait, what? Okay, so 3 days for the dandelion to grow, and then 3 days for it to produce dandelions. So it's 6 days? So it's kind of like chestnuts. The tree has to grow, then it grows that bit over and over. Okay. How's it going? Hey, Moffat. It's going good. Just having a chill Beavertown stream this morning. Lido. Okay, so there's not enough Lidos for everybody. Could easily make some more, though. I feel like, okay, to stop this stuff from constantly flooding, what we need here, what is it called? Flood, no. Fill valve? Fill valve. So fill valve to only let in, I'm not sure if this is going to work right or not. Can I put stairs up to a fill valve? Okay, so we're going to make it to where only water only goes into the irrigation system up to 1/2 meter, which I think will make it never overflow. And I think I just stranded some people, but we'll fix that pretty quickly. Okay, so what I need to do is high priority on building these things, because I broke the stairs. So if this works, then even if the water out here is 1 meter high, the water in the irrigation system will just be 1/2 meter, and it should have a much harder time of flooding. You can remove blocks of terrain, but can you refill it somehow? You can build like platforms and stuff. I don't know if you can put like dirt back though. Dirt excavator? A heavy-duty mining rig for collecting dirt will continue to produce dirt even after reaching bedrock. Terrain block. Oh, here you go. I guess you can. Okay, so... in theory, all the water that's in here and in here should be half the depth of the water outside. It's still flooded. Target height half a meter. Why is it at 0.95? Maybe it just needs to dry out for a while? Because it's not letting water in. Yeah, we'll give it time. Might just need to evaporate a bit. Can I... I wish I could build under that like that. Okay, so let's delete that. Delete that. Fill valve that way. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Alright, same thing here to try to limit how much water is in this little bit. Okay, and the goal is to reduce possible flooding in this area. Might be flooding over the bank. Yeah, you might be right. By having all the water go through here, our water wheels are spinning at like the highest possible speed. But if flooding is an issue, we could reroute some around this way. That is an option. Oh, I forgot that I did this earlier. I was intending to do that. Yeah, it's still happening. Yeah, because sometimes water floods in, and I guess because of what I did with this fill valve, if water floods in, it can't get back out, and it just has to evaporate. What's the purpose of blowing up terrain underwater? I'm making the lake deeper. So, like, for example, this right here is 1 tile thick water. This is now 2 tile thick water. There's twice as much water here. I'm increasing how much water is stored up for droughts. So let's try... know if this is gonna help or not. I'm gonna try. Put just those are just solid blocks. Okay. Alright. Dandelion storage is done for whenever that starts being a thing. Added chestnuts, building and staff, that's fine. Flooded building, yeah, we're working on that. I mean, I guess if you had two fill valves next to each other, one facing one direction and one facing the other, you could control it better. I could do something like that here. Be kind of weird, but I could. So like... Okay, hang on. Actually, I can think of a downside to that. The goal of this little thing was to allow water to be pooled in here even when there's a drought. If I make a floodgate going the other way, then when there's a drought and this runs out, it would pull all the water out of there. I gotta think of something else. Cure a contaminated beaver. We have the technology. Nice. No, it might still work. Again, the trees live for, what is it, 8 days without water? So it might still be okay. I'll still try it. Do you have impermeable floors? I haven't tried that yet. I don't know. I don't really know what that does. Is that a pathway? Like, can they walk on that? They can go on top of platforms. But does it count as a path? Hang on. Okay. Did he down 10 pills? I took 1 pill. You heard me turn a pill bottle, pour 1 pill out, and then put it back down. Feel any better yet, Mark? No, not really. I might need to start taking some streams off again. Because when I'm talking, it's certainly not helping. Okay, let's test the floor thing. I haven't tried this. So put one here. I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm gonna try to put a metal block on it, or a sorry, a path on it. Okay. Yes. Okay, that works. All right. Okay, so if that's the case... Let's try that. It's hard to tell if it's still being built or if it's done or not. Has the Lorax paid you a visit yet? Yeah, he said I planted 5,000 trees, and he's very happy with my work. I just realized my weekend plans are no longer valid. I hate Pearl Abyss now. I mean, Crimson, just because I didn't like it doesn't mean that